has already begun to slow. 4 quiet places are waiting in a single line. Nothing will rush you from one to the next. The hours can blur without effort. This is one long stretch of calm. The spaces will change, but the pace will not. And the night will keep carrying you forward. Granite walls stand dark above the station roof. The valley shuttle bay is closed. No engine waits by the curb. No gate is about to open. Inside, Yosemite Valley Station keeps a low service light. Status screens hold their green route lines. The room stays quiet beneath the cliff shadow. At the dispatch desk, a route tablet rests in its cradle. The screen reads, "Service hold." No new stop is selected. A radio handset lies beside the keyboard. The cord makes one loose loop. No channel opens. The main wall map shows the valley road in thin white lines. Yosemite Village, Happy Isles, Mirror Lake. Each label stays clear. No marker changes color. No route is called. Outside the front glass, the dark granite wall rises without detail. It is only a high, black shape. No headlamp crosses its base. A floodlight under the eave touches the empty curb. The concrete pad holds old tire marks. No tire rolls over them. The shuttle sign hangs above the door. Its metal edge is wet from night air. No one stands beneath it. A small security camera watches the bay. Its indicator stays faint. It does not rotate. At the ticket window, the shutter is down. A printed notice sits behind the glass. Valley service resumes in morning. The paper is flat. No tape corner lifts. No hand reaches through the slot. A stack of folded trail maps rests on the counter. The top map shows the Merced River. No page is taken. Beside it, a pencil remains clipped to a form board. The clip stays tight. Nothing moves it. The room holds its own rhythm. Details can pass in the background. Only the steady parts remain. At the access panel, the reader stays blue. No badge taps. No lock cycles. A narrow corridor behind the counter remains dim. The staff door stays closed. No hinge shifts. A red exit sign glows above the rear stair. Letters remain sharp. No shadow crosses them. On the console shelf, a log sheet rests under a clear cover. The last entry is dated. No new line is written. A pen remains clipped beside it. The plastic clip holds. The paper does not lift. The HVAC grill above the map releases a slow, even stream. It does not sharpen into cold. It stays balanced. A cabinet fan holds a low tone under the desk. It never surges. It becomes easy to ignore. Near the floor, cable covers run along the wall. Plates sit flush. Screws remain seated. reflective tape marks the edge of the step. It does not flicker. It guides no one now. On the left monitor, the parking lot camera shows empty spaces. White lines lie under the lamps. No door opens. A pine branch moves at the edge of the frame. It lifts once, then settles. No gust follows. The second camera shows the Merced River path. The railing is dark. No figure passes. The timestamp updates without sound. The image stays gray and still. No alert window appears. At the weather panel, the valley temperature holds steady. A green bar shows normal conditions. No warning color appears. The river level screen shows a thin blue line. It does not climb. It does not fall. A small confirmation tone comes from the panel. Soft, brief. Then silence returns. Nothing follows it. The screens keep their steady lines. The room keeps its low hum. Outside, the cliffs keep their black height. They do not move closer. They do not brighten yet. The shuttle bay roof holds a line of dew. One drop gathers at the metal seam. Then it stays there. No drip reaches the pavement. No splash marks the curb. The concrete remains quiet. A trash bin near the entrance stays closed. A bear-proof latch sits centered on the lid. No metal knocks. The warning label on the bin remains readable. Keep latch secured. No claw mark is fresh. Inside, a small shelf holds spare radios and chargers. Green lights stay on. No radio is lifted. A laminated card reads, "Night route check." The boxes remain blank. No marker is lifted. The station remains closed beneath the granite walls. No shuttle arrives. No route begins. No voice calls across the bay. The dispatch tablet stays in service hold. The access reader stays blue. The valley outside stays dark. Near the service printer, a roll of thermal paper rests inside a clear cover. The white edge sits at the slot. No receipt feeds out. A small label beside it reads, "Daily count." The label is straight. No finger presses the button. Under the counter, a metal cash drawer remains locked. The keyhole faces the wall. No spring releases. A drawer of route cards sits above it. Valley Loop cards remain in a rubber band. No card slides free. At the glass door, a floor mat holds fine granite dust. The dust lies in shallow grooves. No fresh step marks it. A moth rests near the ceiling lamp. Its wings stay closed. It does not touch the glass. The lamp makes a small circle on the station sign. The circle does not travel. The sign remains quiet. A wall clock above the route map advances once. The red digits change. No one looks up. The same steady state continues into the service room. A narrow work light glows above the bench. No tool is lifted. On the bench, a key key cabinet remains locked. Small tags hang in clean rows. No tag turns. One tag reads, Big 8. Another reads, River Path. Both stay behind glass. A clipboard rests below the cabinet. The top sheet lists shuttle inspections. No box is checked. A black marker lies beside the clip. Its cap is tight. No ink touches the page. The utility sink at the side wall is dry. A rubber hose hangs from a hook. No water runs through it. A bottle of glass cleaner sits in a tray. The nozzle points down. No mist leaves it. Beside the tray, folded microfiber cloths sit in a blue stack. Their corners line up. No cloth is pulled free. A small drain under the sink holds a dark circle. No drip reaches it. No pipe knocks. Through the back window, the granite wall is still only a mass. The trees at its base are darker. No light moves between them. A shuttle lane curves past the station. Reflective markers follow it in small white dots. They do not flicker. The road camera shows the same empty lane. No headlights enter. No brake light colors the pavement. A deer crossing sign stands near the curb. Its yellow face is dull in the low light. No animal passes beneath it. At the communication shelf, a Ranger channel display remains stable. Link OK. Signal normal. Battery backup ready. The lines stay green. No call-out appears. No warning banner opens. A headset rests on its cradle. The foam pad faces upward. No ear touches it. The push-to-talk button remains uncovered and still. No channel opens. No voice arrives. A speaker grill above the shelf stays silent. No test tone plays. No static breaks through. At the map cabinet, flat drawers sit under silver poles. One drawer is labeled Falls Trail. Another is labeled Valley Floor. The labels remain centered. No drawer slides open. No paper edge appears. A rolled poster tube leans beside the cabinet. Its cap is taped down. No map slips out. The tape has a wrinkled line near the seam. It does not loosen. It only holds. Above the cabinet, a framed emergency plan stays on the wall. The glass reflects the room light. No hand points to it. A small relay clicks inside the network box. One click. Then the same fan tone returns. The status strip remains green. No red segment appears. Nothing follows it. At the floor, the cable trench cover stays flush. A screw head near the corner has a pale scratch. It catches light once, then it dulls. The plate does not shift. No cord moves beneath it. A label on the cover reads, Data Run A. The printed edge is slightly worn. No one reads it now. The brake counter behind the office keeps its simple order. A kettle sits on a cold plate. The switch remains off. A stack of paper cups rests in a sleeve. The top cup is clean. No cup is lifted. A small sugar packet lies beside the sleeve. Its corner is bent. No paper tears. The refrigerator hums inside the lower cabinet. Its door seal stays tight. No bottle rolls inside. A magnet on the door reads, Yosemite Valley. It holds a small note in place. The note does not move. Outside, a thin river sound reaches the station only as a background. The Merced stays behind the trees. The glass keeps it softened. A camera feed shows the footbridge rail. Moisture beads along the top. No hand touches it. The bridge deck is empty. Boards show a weak reflection from the lamp. No shoe crosses them. A leaf lies near the bridge post. It turns a little under its own wet weight, then stops. No new movement follows. The feed returns to stillness. The timestamp keeps changing. At the station entry, the automatic door sensor remains dark. Its black dome reflects one ceiling lamp. No motion wakes it. The rubber door seal holds a straight line. No draft comes through. No curtain shifts. A small sign by the handle reads, "Closed until morning." The sign hangs from a clear suction hook. No hook slips. Below the handle, fine dust rests along the threshold. No sweep mark cuts it. No foot carries it inside. The cliffs outside keep the night low over the station. El Capitan is not named on the glass. It is only a dark wall beyond the trees. The room does not need to see it clearly. The systems remain readable. The status lines remain stable. On the parking monitor, a small insect crosses the lens cover. It becomes a soft blur. Then it leaves the frame. The empty spaces return. No car enters. No door opens. At the ceiling corner, a dome camera keeps its faint indicator. It does not rotate. Nothing triggers it. The fire panel near the office door shows normal. The text stays steady. No buzzer sounds. A sealed binder rests in a tray below it. Its label reads, "Station Procedures." The cover stays flat. No page turns. No hand reaches down. The night continues in the same safe order. The green lines stay where they are. No route begins. No door opens. Fan tone holds. A soft gray edge gathers above the valley floor. The station lights do not change. No opening call begins. The front glass shows the shuttle bay more clearly now. Curb paint, door frame, wet signpost. The granite walls remain dark above it. Only their lower edges begin to separate from the sky. No sunlight reaches the roof. At the dispatch desk, service hold remains on the tablet. The route lines stay green. No stop is released. A small clock above the desk changes 1 minute. No one looks up. The room does not respond. The camera feed at the footbridge brightens by a shade. The rail remains empty. Moisture stays on the top bar. The Merced River moves behind the trees. It is not visible from the room. Only the soft line of sound remains. No flood warning appears on the river screen. The blue level line holds. The green bar stays normal. A confirmation tone comes once from the panel. Not a call, only routine status. Then the speaker goes silent again. The panel remains steady. Nothing asks for action. At the service bench, the key cabinet keeps its rows. Baygate, river path, storage. Each tag hangs still. No ring is lifted. No lock turns. The inspection clipboard remains below it. The boxes are still blank. The marker cap stays tight. A small piece of eraser dust rests near the clip. It does not move. No sleeve brushes it away. The work light above the bench keeps a white rectangle on the wall. The rectangle stays clean. No shadow crosses it. Near the entry, the automatic door sensor remains dark. The closed until morning sign hangs flat. No suction hook slips. Outside, the concrete pad holds its old tire marks. They look darker in the gray light. No fresh track joins them. The bear-proof trash bin remains latched. Its metal handle stays centered. No hinge knocks. A pine needle has fallen near the bin wheel. It lies on the pavement. No broom reaches it. The shuttle sign above the door becomes easier to read. The letters do not call anyone. The bay stays empty. Inside, the HVAC stream keeps moving evenly. It passes over the route map. No paper edge lifts. The wall map shows the valley road in clear lines. Yosemite Village, Happy Isles, Mirror Lake. The names stay printed. No cursor moves across them. No radio voice names them. A small plastic route marker sits in a tray below the map. Its color is green. No hand places it. The tray also holds 2 spare marker clips. One clip is cracked at the corner. It still holds its shape. The communication shelf remains quiet. Link OK stays on the display. Signal normal stays below it. The headset remains unused. The push-to-talk button remains still. No channel opens. The speaker grill stays silent. No ranger call arrives. No test tone plays. Beside the movement waves, the station keeps its low service light. The radio desk remains awake. The room stays calm above the sand. At the front counter, the rescue log rests under a clear cover. The last entry is dated. No new line is written. A pen remains clipped to the board. The clip stays tight. Nothing moves it. Near base, channel lights stay green. Surf, tower, harbor. None are selected. No call opens. No voice arrives. Outside the window, the ocean keeps a silver line. Waves fold, break, and flatten. No signal whistle follows them. The moon sits above the dark water. It does not brighten the room, it only marks distance. A red marker light blinks on the pier end. It appears once, then the wave mist takes it back. The binoculars rest in their foam tray. The strap lies flat beside the lenses. No hand lifts them. A rescue tube hangs from two hooks near the door. Its red vinyl holds a dull shine. The shoulder strap hangs straight. No buckle taps. No sand falls from it. The tube stays ready and unused. At the wall panel, beach-conditioned tiles remain calm. Low wind, moderate surf. Station closed. The words stay readable. No warning color appears. A small tide screen shows a steady curve. The blue line does not jump. No alert banner opens. The clock above the panel changes 1 minute. No one looks up. The room does not respond. Under the desk, a cabinet fan keeps a low tone. It never surges. It becomes part of the station. The ceiling vent releases a slow stream. It stays cool. It stays even. No paper lifts from the counter. No cord sways. The air keeps the room balanced. The beach ramp outside is pale in the moon. Tire marks from daylight hold their shallow grooves. No new track crosses them. A cone stands beside the ramp rail. Its reflective band catches the tower light. Then it dulls again. The ramp gate stays chained. The padlock hangs through both links. No key enters it. On the monitor, the south camera shows empty sand. The flagpole casts a thin shadow. No figure moves through it. The north camera shows the moonlit shore. Foam reaches the wet line, then pulls back. Timestamps update without sound. No motion box appears. No alarm tone follows. A first aid cabinet stays sealed on the back wall. The glass door is clean. No latch opens. Inside, bandage rolls sit in white stacks. A pair of gloves rests in a packet. No packet tears. A label reads, "Checked after closing." The tape corners stay flat. No finger presses them. Near the inner door, two towels hang on a rail. They are dry. Their edges line up. No salt water drips from them. No sleeve brushes them. The rail stays still. Below the towels, rubber sandals sit heel to heel. Sand dust clings near one strap. No foot enters them. The station keeps its night state above the beach. Radio lights, camera feeds, log sheet, closed gate. Nothing begins, nothing ends. The waves stay outside the glass. The low hum stays inside the room. All systems remain normal. A small weather sensor screen shows the air temperature. The number holds. No wind alert appears. The anemometer feed stays quiet. A thin bar moves once, then returns to the same range. Outside, the real wind touches the flag. The fabric lifts slightly, then hangs back down. No gust presses the tower. No door rattles. The seal holds. On the shelf, a row of spare whistles rests in a plastic tray. Yellow cords lie in small loops. No cord is lifted. Beside them, sunscreen bottles stand in a line. Their caps remain closed. No pump is pressed. A clipboard marked "Beach Checks" lies face up. Boxes remain blank for morning. No marker is lifted. The marker cap stays on. The black tip stays hidden. The page stays flat. At the window frame, salt haze gathers along the lower edge. It does not spread. It does not clear. A small screw in the latch plate catches moonlight once. Then it becomes dull again. The latch remains locked. The handle stays down. No metal clicks. The lifeguard station remains quiet beside the moonlit waves. No swimmer is being searched. No rescue is active. The tide keeps moving outside. The room keeps watch without moving. At the storage cubby, folded flags rest in separate sleeves. Green, yellow, red. Each sleeve stays labeled. No flag is taken outside. No pole bracket opens. A laminated rip current card sits beside the flag box. Arrows show water moving away from shore. The plastic cover lies flat. No hand traces the arrows. No warning is posted. The card remains only reference. On the lower shelf, a throw rope bag keeps its round shape. The drawstring is tight. No rope spills out. A metal carabiner rests against the fabric. It does not swing. It does not click. The tower light above the roof keeps a soft, white ring. It reaches the sand below. It wakes nothing. The beach is still. The service hallway behind the station stays lit. A narrow strip of light runs along the floor. No cart rolls through. White lockers line the wall. Their vents make small, dark slits. No door opens. One locker label reads "Tower Keys." Another reads "Medical Packs." Both labels stay centered. A hook holds a rolled jacket with reflective tape. The tape catches the hallway light. It does not flash. Below it, a sand brush rests in a metal tray. Bristles hold pale grains. No soul drags across them. At the maintenance bench, a A small battery charger shows 4 green lights. Each light remains steady. No fan changes speed. A row of handheld radios stands in charging slots. Their screens are black. No unit is lifted. A laminated sheet reads, "Night closing check." Gate, radios, rescue truck. The boxes are blank for morning. No checkmark appears. No page turns. A dry erase marker lies in the tray. Its cap remains tight. No ink line begins. Through the side window, the lifeguard truck sits under a roof light. Its white door is closed. No engine warms. The light bar on top remains dark. No red segment wakes. No siren circuit opens. A rescue board is strapped to the rack. The straps lie flat across it. No buckle shifts. Sand gathers around the front tire. The tire does not press deeper. No track leads away. A small decal on the door reads, "Beach Safety." The letters stay visible. No hand touches the handle. At the map wall, the shoreline grid remains unchanged. Tower 1, Tower 2, Rock Jetty, South Lot. Pins hold their colors. No pin changes place. No route is drawn. A tide chart hangs beside the grid. The curve rises slowly on paper. No one writes beside it. Below the chart, a metal drawer marked Incident Forms stays closed. The handle is cold. No drawer slides. A second drawer reads, "Lost Property." The label is peeling at one corner. The corner does not lift farther. The ocean camera refreshes once. Not a change in the scene, just a brief blink of brightness. Then the same shoreline returns. Moonlit foam, wet sand, empty rail. No new marker appears. No line shifts. The monitor keeps its gray-blue picture. A speaker under the camera screen remains silent. No test tone plays. No dispatch voice arrives. The volume knob points to the same mark. The white indicator line stays still. No finger turns it. Near the back door, a rescue can hangs from a bracket. Its molded handle faces outward. No strap pulls tight. A small crack in the vinyl shows near the lower edge. It is old. It does not widen. Beside the can, a sealed oxygen case rests on a shelf. The latch is centered. The pressure sticker is green. No case opens. No mask is removed. No valve turns. The shelf below holds folded blankets in clear bags. Their plastic faces show soft wrinkles. No bag crackles. Outside, a wave reaches higher on the sand. It spreads a white edge. Then it thins and slides back. The wet line darkens. The dry sand remains above it. No footprint enters either part. A shell near the waterline turns once with the pullback. Then it stops. The camera does not follow it. The station keeps watching without moving. The tide keeps its own quiet work. Nothing calls for response. At the staff desk, a small log printer remains idle. Its paper slot is white. No strip feeds out. A label reads, "Daily Closing Report." The label is straight. No button is pressed. A sealed envelope rests beside the printer. Its corner is under a paperweight. No edge lifts. The paperweight is clear and round. A trapped air bubble sits inside it. The bubble catches light, then disappears. The desk lamp stays low. The keyboard stays clean. The mouse cable makes one soft loop. In the corridor, the floor drain sits below the mop sink. Its grate is dry. No water reaches it. A yellow caution sign stands folded behind the door. Its face is closed. No wet floor needs it. A mop handle leans inside a wall clip. The clip holds. No handle slips. A bottle of disinfectant stands in a tray. The cap is on. No scent enters the hallway. At the roof monitor, the flag camera shows the mast above the station. The flag is hanging. The edge moves once. Then it rests again. No wind warning appears. No roof hatch opens. The roof hatch status reads secure. White letters on a green block. The block does not change. A small access reader near the hatch door stays blue. No badge taps. No lock cycles. The message line below it stays blank. No code request appears. No alarm band forms. The beach remains empty in every frame. South sand, north sand, ramp gate, shoreline. All feeds stay open. All indicators stay normal. No screen asks for attention. A relay clicks once inside the rack. One click. Then the baseline hum returns. Nothing follows it. The charger lights remain green. The radios remain still. Outside, moonlight stays on the waves. Inside, the lifeguard station keeps its night order. No rescue begins. The station remains ready and quiet still. A pale edge gathers behind the water. The station does not open. No morning shift has reached the door. The moon is lower now. Its light still rests on the waves. No lifeguard chair casts a new shadow. At the main desk, the rescue log remains under its clear cover. The last entry stays visible. No new line is written. The pen clip remains tight. The paper stays flat. No hand enters the frame. On the radio base, surf remains unselected. Tower remains unselected. Harbor remains unselected. The speaker grill stays quiet. No channel opens. No voice arrives. The camera over the ramp brightens by a shade. The chained gate remains closed. The padlock hangs in the same angle. Old tire tracks become easier to see. They lead toward the truck bay. They do not continue. The cone beside the rail keeps its place. Reflective tape grows duller as the sky grays. No one moves it. A thin line of sand rests against the ramp edge. It stays there. No broom reaches it. The south shoreline feed shows the wet line clearly now. Foam comes in. Foam pulls back. The shell near the waterline is still. A new ripple passes beside it. The shell does not turn. No person appears on the sand. No dog crosses the frame. No flashlight moves along the beach. A tiny brightness changes on the monitor glass. Only the room reflection. Then the feed returns. The timestamp advances. No alert follows. At the first aid cabinet, the green sticker still reads, "Checked." Bandage rolls sit in white stacks. Glove packets remain sealed. A pair of trauma shears rests behind the glass. The handles are orange. No latch opens. The oxygen case stays on the shelf. Its pressure sticker remains green. No valve turns. The blankets in clear bags keep their folded blocks. The plastic shows one pale wrinkle. No bag is lifted. The lifeguard truck outside remains parked under its roof light. The light bar stays dark. The board straps stay flat. A little dew gathers on the windshield. It blurs the dashboard. No wiper clears it. The hood reflects a thin line from the station lamp. The line does not travel far. No engine sound begins. A tire sidewall holds a crescent of moonlight. The crescent shifts as the sky changes. The truck itself does not move. At the map wall, shoreline labels remain steady. Tower 1, Rock Jetty, South Lot. The pins stay in place. No route is drawn. No incident card is pulled. The tide chart still shows its printed curve. The real tide continues outside. Neither asks for attention. A small magnet holds a note about rip currents. The note stays flat. No corner curls. Above the quiet waves, the lounge has settled into its after-midnight shape. Small table lamps glow along the glass. The ship carries the room forward without asking anything from it. At the host desk, a service sheet rests beneath a clear cover. The last note is written in careful blue ink. The pen lies beside it, turned slightly toward the window. Nothing new is added. The paper stays flat under the cover. Only a little reflection from the water crosses the plastic. The bar has been cleaned and left in order. Glasses stand upside down on dark rubber mats. A few rims catch the blue light from the root screen. Behind the counter, bottles sit in quiet rows. Some labels face forward, some turn slightly into shadow. The sink is dry. The faucet points down into the basin. A folded towel lies near the edge, still creased from the last wipe. Near the coffee station, a kettle sits cold on its plate. Cups wait in a chrome rack. Their handles face the same way because someone left them like that before closing. A small card beside the pastry dome reads, "Late service closed." The dome is empty now. Its curved glass holds a soft reflection of the lamps. Outside, the moon breaks across the water in thin pieces. Each swell bends the silver line. Then the line gathers again farther out. The ship makes a low, steady sound through the floor. It is more felt than heard. It stays under the room like a held note. On the wall, the root screen shows open water and a simple white course line. The line does not rush. The numbers below it change slowly, one at a time. A small green message says, "Sea state calm." It is not bright. It is just readable from the nearest table. The clock above the screen changes a minute. The lounge gives no answer. The lamps keep their warm circles on the wood. At the nearest window table, two placemats sit exactly where dinner left them. Salt and pepper shakers stand together. A folded napkin rests in its clear holder. The chair has been pushed in, but not perfectly. One front leg sits a little outside the carpet line. It makes the room feel used and quiet, not arranged for display. A grand piano stands in the corner under a black cover. The cloth falls softly over the sides. The stool waits nearby with its brass feet touching the carpet. No music comes from it. The covered shape only takes the lamp glow and gives it back in a dull line. Along the ceiling, two speakers face the empty tables. They stay silent after the last song of the evening. A vent near the windows moves cool air down the glass. The air is gentle. It does not lift the menus. It only keeps the room even. A camera screen near the service hatch shows the promenade deck outside. Folded chairs lean against the bulkhead. The rail shines faintly with salt and moonlight. The frame is empty. A timestamp changes in the corner. The image stays soft and blue. Another small screen shows the pool deck after closing. The pool cover lies dark across the water. A safety cone stands beside the steps. Nothing crosses the tiles. The deck lights make small white pools around the railings. Beyond them, the sea remains black. At the service hatch, a sign reads, "Crew access only." The latch is locked. A blue reader light rests beside the frame. The light does not blink faster. It only stays there, small and steady. Near the sideboard, board games wait on a low shelf. Chess, cards, dominoes. The top box has slid forward by less than an inch. It stays balanced on the shelf lip. No one has noticed it yet. A reading lamp above the shelf makes a small amber circle on the wall. The circle holds the edge of a travel book and the corner of the chess box. Then it fades into darker paneling. Beyond the windows, water brushes the hall in long, quiet folds. The sound reaches the lounge only as a sealed hush. It is outside, and it stays outside. The room has enough light to be seen, but not enough to wake itself. Closed bar, warm tables, dark piano, a slow course line on the screen. Nothing needs to be served. Nothing needs to be announced. The ship continues through the night. At the stern end, a glass door leads to the observation deck. The handle remains down. A notice on the glass says, "Open after sunrise." Outside that door, the rail looks wet and pale. Moonlight rests on the metal. The deck beyond it is empty. A folded blanket lies over one chair back near the stern windows. Its edge hangs unevenly, soft and ordinary. No one has pulled it closer. On the ledge beneath the glass, a brass plaque names the lounge. The engraved letters catch the moon for a moment. Then they turn dull again. The cruise lounge stays above the quiet waves, not asleep, not active, just closed, warm, and moving gently with the ship. Same quiet continues behind the bar. Shelf lights stay low under the cabinets. No cabinet door opens. Rows of glasses stand upside down on rubber mats. A few are not perfectly aligned. Their rims catch the smallest blue edge from the screen. An espresso machine rests beneath a dark cover. The cover has a soft crease along the top. No heat rises from the metal underneath. Packets of sugar sit in a ceramic bowl. White paper on one side, brown paper on the other. One packet leans against the rim. It does not fall. The bowl stays where it was left. A service checklist hangs near the sink. Close counter lights. Check fridge. Lock pantry. The last box is still blank. The marker lies below it with the cap on. The clip keeps the page from curling. At the wine fridge, a blue number holds on the display. Bottles lie in dark rows behind the glass. Their necks point toward the aisle. The fridge gives a low sound for a few seconds. Then it settles back into the room tone. Nothing else changes. A small pantry camera shows shelves behind the crew door. Mugs are stacked. Plates are nested. A folded cloth hangs from one handle. The picture is plain and still. A timestamp moves in the corner. No shadow passes through it. The crew access reader beside the door glows blue. The metal kick plate below it reflects the carpet edge. The reflection stays flat and dark. Along the center aisle, chairs remain tucked under the tables. Some are straight, Some are a little turned from the last people who left. That small unevenness makes the lounge feel real. It does not need correction now. The night has accepted it. A deck plan hangs near the entrance. Stairs, elevators, dining rooms, and open decks are printed in pale lines. A small gold square marks this lounge. No one traces the route. The map stays behind clear plastic. A fingerprint from earlier remains near the lower corner. Below the plan, a brochure rack holds port sheets for tomorrow. The top sheet names the next harbor. Its edge bends forward slightly. At the stern windows, 2 high-backed chairs face the wake. Their dark blue fabric has a woven pattern. The nearest cushion keeps a shallow dent. Between the chairs, a small table holds a lamp with a pleated shade. The shade warms the wood. The circle of light stops before the glass. A wake camera near the door shows silver foam trailing behind the ship. The foam stretches out in a long, broken line. Then it disappears into black water. No following ship appears. No searchlight moves over the frame. The water opens and closes around the wake. Below the camera, a bridge relay display shows course data in small green text. Heading steady. Speed steady. Open water ahead. A soft confirmation tone comes once from the panel. Not a call. Only the ship checking itself in the background. Then the panel is quiet again. The wake keeps narrowing on the screen. The lamps keep their warm circles. A bookshelf along the inner wall holds novels and travel books. Spines make uneven colors in the low light. One paperback sits a little forward. Its title is hidden in shadow. The book stays there. No hand draws it out. Near the piano, a framed schedule for the evening quartet stands on a small easel. Names are printed beneath the date. The paper is still straight. The music has already ended. The covered piano gives no sign of it. The stool rests close to the pedals. A narrow service corridor leads aft toward storage. Small floor lights make a dotted line along the baseboard. They are bright enough to guide and not bright enough to disturb. A linen cart stands inside the alcove. Its wheels are locked. White napkins sit in stacked squares on the middle shelf. One napkin corner rises a little. It stays that way. No cloth slides down. Cool air moves through a grill nearby. It crosses the corridor and softens at the lounge entrance. No paper flutters from it. The sea keeps moving beyond the hull. The lounge keeps its finished order. Bar closed, chairs gathered, wake silver behind the stern. Nothing begins here. Nothing needs to end. At the dessert fridge, the interior lights are off behind the glass. A menu card sits in a chrome clip on top. Closed after 11:30 is printed at the bottom. The print stays sharp. The card stays flat. No fingertip touches it. A brass rail protects the corner of the side table. It has been polished thin at the bend. Moonlight reaches it once, then slips away. The ship turns by almost nothing on the route display. A number updates. Then the screen returns to its steady look. The room does not lean. The glasses do not tap. The lounge only continues above the water. At the observation door, the seal line remains dark around the frame. The open after sunrise notice stays flat. Beyond it, the rail is empty and wet. The moon path shifts with the ship's angle. One bright piece breaks apart on a swell. Then the silver gathers again, quiet and far below. A softer gray begins at the edge of the sea. The lounge does not wake with it. The tables stay low in lamplight. Moonlight is still on the waves, but thinner now. It breaks near the hull, gathers again, then slips behind the first pale morning. At the host desk, the service folder remains under its clear cover. The last entry stays readable. The clipped pen has not shifted. A faint reflection from the window lies across the plastic. It moves only when the water outside changes shape. Then it becomes still again. On the route screen, the ship outline continues along the same white line. The heading number updates once. The screen stays calm. Sea state calm remains in green at the lower edge. The words are small. They are clear enough to reassure. A quiet tone comes from the bridge relay display. One soft note, not an announcement. The room returns to its low hum after it. The lamps do not flicker. No one comes through the door. The stern camera still shows the wake behind the ship. Silver foam trails outward and narrows into dark water. It looks steady even as it changes. No nearby vessel enters the frame. No searchlight crosses the wake. Only one far point of light appears near the horizon, then disappears in mist. At the window tables, the placemats are still centered. Salt and pepper stand together. The napkins remain folded in their holders. One chair remains slightly turned from the table. It has stayed that way all night. The carpet holds the faint mark of its leg. The piano in the corner is still covered. The black cloth hangs softly to the floor. A small fold near the stool has not fallen straight. The bookshelf lamp keeps a warm circle on the wall. The forward paperback is still forward. The travel books behind it stay uneven and quiet. Behind the bar, the glasses remain upside down on their rubber mats. The espresso machine stays under its cover. The sink remains dry. The wine fridge display holds its blue number. The sound beneath the counter rises for a few seconds, then softens again. It becomes part of the ship. Inside the pantry camera feed, mugs and plates remain in place. A folded cloth still hangs from one handle. The frame is plain and still. The access reader by the pantry door keeps its blue light. The metal kick plate reflects a narrow strip of carpet. No shoe reaches it. Along the aft corridor, the floor lights continue in a dotted line. The linen cart waits in the alcove. White napkins sit in stacked squares. One corner of cloth remains lifted. It does not fall. It simply holds the small shape it was left in. Cool air continues from the vent near the corridor. It moves across the entrance and becomes softer in the open lounge. No paper lifts from the counter. Outside, the water is less black now. Gray gathers between the moon pieces. The sea still moves without drawing the room into it. At the observation deck door, the handle remains down. Open after sunrise stays flat against the glass. The deck beyond it is empty. Moisture sits on the outside rail. A small bead travels under the metal bar, slows near a screw, and stops there. Nothing follows that movement. The rail stays wet. The door stays closed. The brochure rack near the entry still holds tomorrow's port sheets. The top page has bowed forward slightly. No one has taken it. The deck plan above it shows stairs and public rooms in pale lines. The small gold square still marks this lounge. A faint fingerprint remains near the lower corner. At the side table between the high-backed seats, the pleated lampshade keeps its warm pool. The wood is clear. No cup rests there. The upholstery remains dark blue and textured. The shallow dent in the nearest cushion is still there. It does not deepen. A brass plaque beneath the stern window begins to catch more light. The engraved name of the lounge appears, soft at first, then clearer. It does not matter to the room. The plaque is only another steady object. The sea keeps moving behind it. At the dessert cart, the wheels are locked. The glass top is clean. Teaspoons lie in their divided tray. Their handles are not perfectly lined anymore from use. They are close enough. They stay quiet beneath the glass. The fire panel near the service hatch still reads normal. The text is steady. The latch beside it stays locked. Crew access only remains on the small sign. The blue reader light holds beside the frame. The hatch does not open. The lounge is not trying to be still. It is simply finished for the night, cleaned, dimmed, and carried forward by the ship. The gray outside grows slowly around the windows. The moon path thins. The wake stays pale behind the stern. A final relay click comes from the display rack. One click. Then the baseline hum returns. No announcement follows. No music begins again. The crew's lounge stays closed above the quiet waves. The ship continues forward. The room remains warm behind glass. The sea stays outside, moving softly below.